It's the very beginning of October, and what happens at the beginning of every month is we receive the stats of the previous month.
Yeah.
And so we thought it would be a good idea to share these stats with you.
And honestly, it looks so dire, and some people have, they always ask, how's the market doing? But in true fact, like, the market is the market. There's no way getting around it. You've got to go through it, get through it, and make the most of whatever you find out there. So, I mean, this September, sales increased 18.9% over last year, and there's more selection. So here you go. So I mean, there are certain areas that there's very low inventory, but on the whole, there is more inventory to have a look and be selective on what you can get into.
Yeah, I mean, when you have more inventory, there's more choices, and because of these choices, people are there's downward pressure from a price perspective. Even though we're seeing some price pressure being pushed down because of the higher inventory market, the selection is allowing for us to do our jobs a little bit better. It's allowing for people to have a bit more time for due diligence. It's allowing for people to do inspections, for people to secure their financing.
Yeah.
It's allowing people to make sure that when they make that move, especially when you have to pay land transfer tax, which is a massive deterrent to having to move twice.
Yeah.
People are making their decisions with long-term focus and play. Yeah. And that's, in my eyes, a healthier market than where we were before. Yeah. I don't think we were very healthy from a real estate market perspective before.
I agree. Like it was hard trying to find, like, there was just nothing around. When you had it, you had 15 minutes to look at a house and make a decision on the most expensive purchase that you had.
And if you don't buy it, someone else is going to buy it
in 2 minutes.
And if they bought it, and whoever bought it, they just, we all thought, and everyone just thought, and this is the way it was, is that you were never going to be able to find another house in Toronto again. There was just too much demand.
Yeah.
And as interest rates went up, we found that that's not the case.
Yeah.
There are enough. So what has happened since as interest rates have gone up, people's affordability has gone significantly down. Never mind the fact that everything else is so expensive.
Yeah, God.
People just have less money in their pocket. But recently
there was a bank cut rate, and
it was only 25 basis points.
25 basis points, but we'll probably get a couple more by the end of the year, and it will make a huge difference.
You think so?
So yeah, absolutely. You have a lower monthly rate that you have to come up with. So people are going to make that decision. They're going to have a clearer idea when to jump in.
But don't you think that what's going to happen is that because the rates have dropped down, all those people that were like, oh, I have to sell, are going to be like, oh, maybe I don't have to sell?
Maybe, but I think that there's always reason to buy and sell, no matter what you do.
What are the reasons we buy and sell?
All right. Okay. So
I'm not trying to pressure you. I'm just we're trying to share this.
It's always like death, divorce. There's 2 Ds. Then there's leaving the country. So that would be a reason, and to downsize. So there's actually
birth. We don't forget birth.
Oh, birth, more people in your family, and right, you're on the other end of it. I'm downsizing, so actually never, but you're
never downsizing.
I'm never. We're 10 minutes from the Tia Denolda, so I am not downsizing.
But this is interesting, actually. You're not downsizing because, first of all, Dad loves the garden.
Yeah.
You like hosting.
Yeah.
You like having your own. You guys, are lucky enough that mortgage isn't an issue for you.
Right.
Like many people of your demographic.
Yeah.
So I think, this, and I've made this point before. I keep coming back to the fact that there isn't an influx of inventory
Yes.
There's more inventory.
Yeah.
People need to sell, and that's happening. 60%. I don't want to actually throw this number out, but a large percentage of people who got mortgages in 2020 and 2021, their mortgages are coming up.
Yeah.
A huge amount of them are coming up in January. right?
But I got to tell you something. The they're starting to cross the lines. The high mortgage rate and the low mortgage rate, they're coming more closer together. Hopefully we can put it up in this video, but it's getting closer. And with another 2 cuts, we may see a huge difference in the whole housing market. So actually now would be the best time to sort of jump in and secure your home.
Especially, people are always worried about the rate. The biggest thing, and this is what Grandma always said.
Yeah,
My mom's mom, my
yeah,
grandmother,
she
was
was
a
great.
was a wonderful investor, and she always said she's like, I never got a deal, but she always tried.
Yeah,
And in markets like this are the times when she bought, and the reason why is because she would just put in a lot of offers in a lot of different ways, and we would often
yeah.
be like, oh, she's being so annoying.
But she got it done, so it
And she
was
got it
a,
done, and you don't make money on the sale.
yeah,
You make money on the buy.
yeah.
We're,
That's right.
we're,
That's absolutely true. You have to sort of realize that and make the jump now. Like if, and it's funny, when I first started selling real estate, I was always feeling like, oh, just get into the market. And there's a lot of truth to that. A lot of people just, instead of horsing around, just get into the market and see what you can do. But now with the land transfer tax being that high, my feeling is be a little uncomfortable, not too uncomfortable. Make sure you can afford it, but buy as much as you can afford. And because, Toronto is a great place to live. They're not growing any more land. And you have to get in when, like you don't want to start paying land transfer tax more than once if you can.
yeah, I don't. It's not that I disagree with that completely. It's just that I think living within your means is important. I think that it's really the only way for financial health, and you know, putting yourself to the max, I think requires some ability to look towards your future and say, "Hey, I'm going to be here for 15 years.
Yeah.
I'm going to be here for 20 years. This
Yeah.
is where I want to live. This is where I want my family to grow up. This is the place where we're putting our roots down and we're going to stay here." And it's important to buy for as little as you possibly can as a buyer. The opportunity isn't to put yourself in a situation where you're uncomfortable. The
No.
opportunity is to look towards your future and plan that future, in both physical and reality, as well as your financial situation.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I think that it's, we always want to caution people because there is no more speculative market. There's no more market for someone who is out there looking to say, hey, I'm going to buy this lot for X. I'm going to build it for X.
No, no. Use 4 months to put lipstick on it and then sell it for another chunk.
The flipping houses is only a business in an up market.
Yeah.
It's not a business because of land transfer tax specifically.
Yeah.
And because the cost of holding onto that mortgage, let's say you buy something,
Yeah.
you hold onto a mortgage, whatever that interest is going to cost you. Land transfer tax is going to cost you.
Soft costs, the
Soft
hard
costs.
costs.
You also are going to have to buy a new light fixture here. You're going to have to buy couches. You're going to have to buy appliances.
Yeah.
You're going to have to do all these things, as well as, you're going to have to pay a realtor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good one.
That's
And
an important one.
that business, that speculative business, has largely gone away, which I think is great for us. It's great for you guys. It's great in general, because we can go out there and be more productive in society than just building housing.
Yeah.
I understand it's important, but it's also
But then,
important.
yeah, and they're in Toronto. There's always a need for housing. So actually, Chris did a chart today on our.
I didn't see it.
I know, but what do we call it? Signature Live. So he did a chart
Oh,
saying
I'm sorry,
like
Chris. I wasn't watching.
rentals compared to purchasing, and what it showed was there is more rentals now and less purchasing, but the need for housing is still there. So when the affordability comes into act, we'll be out there, we'll be ready for it. And there is a need in Toronto. There will always be a need in Toronto.
When people ask, hey, so how's the market? I think it's important to frame that question, because that's really what we're trying to do here. We're trying to answer that question for you
Yeah.
guys. How is the market? The real answer for it is that it's cut down into a lot of different pieces, and we need to break down specific stats. But as a whole, where the market is it is slower.
It is.
There's less transactions. There's more inventory, and there's downward price pressure. And if you look at the chart of where we've been, where the prices went up in 2022, and then the prices came down, and we're kind of sliding sideways, and now I'm off the screen, and we're still kind of on that downward price pressure right now. And
Yeah.
if you guys are wondering what's happening in the market, that chart is really what,
It's leveling out right now.
as we see,
It is going the right way. I mean, and then before you know it, after the next two Bank of Canada cuts, we'll see a difference. So
anytime affordability goes up, hopefully, the notion is that it's less pressure off of you guys who own your houses and you don't want to sell because you don't want to have to sell. But the other part is that for people who want to get into the market and people want to buy your house, you want to make sure that you're able to sell your house for a decent price.
yeah,
And the only way to do that is to level out the consumer confidence and to make them feel a bit better about paying those prices so they can carry those mortgages so that they can then give you back what at least you paid for,
yeah.
or hopefully a little bit more.
Yes,
Or then
absolutely.
we can tick up, because on average in the last 40 years, we've been doing pretty well. The
Yeah.
market has gone up.
And this is probably one of the hardest markets to be in, and
As a seller.
as a seller in the last 30 years, I think. It's but like having said that, there's always a silver lining.
Every house sells.
Every house
In every
sells,
market.
but then if you're selling and then you're buying, you'll also see it on the other end. So that's what I was referring to. But and every house does sell.
Every house sells.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, look, you can feel good about the fact that if you buy and sell in the same market, as long as you're looking towards your family's future long term, Toronto is a reliable place where there will continuously be demand. Now, affordability is the big question.
Yeah.
We want to see employment numbers rise. We want to see, hopefully some stabilization in our budgets so that we
Yeah.
don't see increases in our taxes,
Yeah.
as they don't know what to do with certain costs that come into play. We get charged as property taxes, and that's a big issue. Resale condominium activity
Yeah.
has improved, with sales up 9.5% over September last year.
Finally, here we go. It's coming. People my age especially are going to need condos, and they're going to be selling their boomer homes. So, and now's the time to buy. Even if you're not ready to get into a condo, just buy it, rent it, and look after it in the next, when you're ready to get going into that condo. It is a great time to buy. And we're seeing some more confidence, a little bit more confidence in the condo sales. So that's great news.
Mm-hmm. It is great news.
Yeah.
The reality is the condo buyer is the most price sensitive out there, because
Yeah.
there's so much inventory.
Yeah.
There's so many other places that they can look at where they can say, hey, this sold for X as a price per square foot.
Yes.
And so why would I pay more than that in a downward market?
Yeah.
And if you're a seller of your condo, you have to be very cognizant of the fact that if you're selling right now, you need to be at or even a little bit below where that last one sold for as a price per square foot. I know that a lot of you think that there is something unique about your property, and there probably is. But in a market where it's a buyer's market, the reason why we call it that is because the buyers have the power to be able to pressure the seller into potentially taking less than what they were going to take before. And that's just our reality right now. And that's going to be probably your reality.
Yeah.
But if you're a buyer and you're an investor and you're looking for condos and you specifically know you want to be in that location in the future, or you want to buy that location for your child, or your child's child,
Yeah.
and we can work out the numbers. We can send you, what the rents are, what the condo fees are, if you're not putting any mortgage down, or maybe you're going to put some mortgage down, how you can get to cash flow even, around cash flow even.
Yeah.
Um, there is
Good.
there is a world where we're looking at construction of new condos and delivery of new condos has taken a huge hit. They
Yeah.
delivered about 40,000 condos in 2025,
Yeah.
which is a lot
Yeah.
in a
Down market.
pretty down market,
Yeah.
which is adding to the inventory. Next year, it's going to be a lot less. The next year, it's going to be a lot less. And the next year in 2028, 2029 is going to almost be zero because
And then we'll be in a
no one
crisis.
is building new condos.
Yeah.
Like, we're going down to basically zero
Yeah, we'll get behind the ball, then it will really screw things up in the future.
because we really, what we want, and should be for you too, is that we want prices to make sense. We want prices to match what people's incomes are, what people's savings are. We want people to have a healthy opportunity to buy places and to be able to afford the places they bought.
Yeah.
And so if we're in a situation in the future where we shrink our inventory and then all of a sudden prices start rising
Yeah.
into a more speculative, or into into an area where they start rising up and above what people can afford, we're just going to be in that bad situation again.
Yeah.
Not bad for you buyer investors though.
Yeah.
So that's when we say bad situation, we mean bad in general for the general public.
Yeah.
But if you guys are, out there looking to take advantage of it, it's a free market.
Yeah.
We just want to say thank you guys very much for watching. We're going to be doing this every month. We're going to provide you guys with some market stats on what's happening. We're going to see below what the stats actually were. But one of the most important things that we want to provide for you is a bit of insight into what we're actually seeing in today's market.
Thank you.
Thank you.